Welcome to this Football Manager 2019 experiment where I'm taking a look at a FM19 database that contains a 92 club Premier League. Sounds intriguing, doesn't it? So this is the English Professional Division, which has replaced the English Premier League, Championship, League One and League Two. So all of those 92 teams have been bundled in to one division. Lots of relegation places, the usual European qualification places, as you can see there. And then we've got the National League, which has 68 teams in it. So lots of teams can get promoted from this division as well. So there's just two divisions in England in this database. But I think this could be a lot of fun. Now, this database was made by Stuart Hay. And I'll put a link to the Steam Workshop file in the description below. So you can download this and play on it yourself if you like. Now, in this video, I am going to holiday a few seasons and we'll see what happens. If you would like me to do a part 2 to this experiment, as always, please remember to hit that like button just to let me know you do, because I won't holiday a huge number of seasons in this experiment. But it'll be interesting to see if, I would imagine in the first season all of the English Premier League teams should be in the top 20, but we might see a little bit of a crossover with the Championship teams, possibly League 1 and 2 as well. But I imagine most of the League 2 teams will be towards the bottom of the table, but there might be a few surprises. So that's why I'm going to holiday a few seasons to see what happens. So I've holidayed until June 2019, and usually this would be the end of the season, but because they have to play so many games, each team plays each other once. So there's not 2 games. That would be ridiculous. It'd be impossible to fit in. There's no cup competitions because there wouldn't be time. But of course, there are European competitions for the current English top 6. So that probably has had an impact on the number of games that certain teams have been able to play. For example, here, Swindon and Doncaster, they've only played 81 games so far, and it's mid-June. So I think we're going to have a bit of a crossover into the next season. But as it stands right now, Liverpool are currently winning the first season, 234 points, a 185 goal difference. It is ridiculous. I'm surprised the top goal scorer doesn't have more goals, like Aguero, 37 goals in 84 games, but then again, he might not have played every single game. Let's see who's made the most appearances for Man City. So it's actually Sane, 77 starts, 4 sub-appearances, but the likes of Aguero, only 61 starts at the moment. So yeah, and there's going to have to be rotation, isn't there? But look at how many games they actually have to play. I mean, recently, lots of games. They had a week gap. I don't know why there's been a week gap, because there's still games to be played this season. So I'm going to have to holiday a little bit further just to see who actually wins this Premier League title. There's only 2 teams that are currently relegated. Yeovil, who are currently in 88th, but because they've only got a couple more games to play, these teams below can actually survive if they manage to win all their games, which looks pretty unlikely. Grimsby Town currently at bottom of the table, heading into the last few games. This is such a crazy database, but I love crazy databases. And I did ask you guys to send me your databases that you've made, or a database that you've discovered, because I'm happy to make an experiment video on it, or an experiment series on it. So the National League has actually finished, as you can see here. Salford went up as champions, 156 points from their 67 games. All these teams are getting promoted. There's no playoff system. It's just top 10 go up. Bottom 10 from the Professional League get relegated. Team to finish bottom, poor old Hungerford. There's no relegation from this level. But yeah, it's a bit of a poor accolade to finish bottom, I suppose. So I thought it would be easiest just to holiday until the end of the 3rd season. So it's now July 2021. This is the first season. This is how it finished. So Liverpool did end up winning the league. They only lost 2 games all season against Spurs, who finished 2nd, and Newcastle, 2-1, both of them. They actually had 2 pretty surprising draws, once against Shrewsbury, one against Cambridge United. But I reckon there'd be some shocks in here. If we're looking at sort of results of some of these other Premier League teams, I reckon there'd be the odd shock there. But yeah, Liverpool, Spurs, Man City, Man United, Chelsea and Arsenal, the top 6. I'll just scroll down for you quite slowly so you can see where your team finished if you support any of these teams. But the bottom 10 relegated down to the National League: Colchester, Cheltenham, Newport, Morecambe, Tranmere, Crewe, Yeovil, Macclesfield, Oldham and Grimsby. So look at this, by the way, 180 goals conceded by Crewe Alexandra. At the National League, won by Salford, with Ebbsfleet, Chesterfield, Boreham Wood, Dover, Billericay Town, Maidstone, Wrexham, Barnet and AFC Fylde getting promoted to the top flight, which just sounds a bit weird, but there's only 2 divisions, of course. If I go down, the team to finish bottom, Hungerford, but they don't get relegated because there's no relegation in this division. There's only 2 divisions in England. And 10 get promoted, 10 get relegated. Quite simple, really. Second season then, Man City won the title, but only 1 point ahead of Liverpool. But a plus 200 goal difference is pretty insane. Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United, Spurs and Chelsea, the top 6. And if I just scroll down, I mean, what you may have noticed, I forgot to mention, the biggest surprise, I suppose, from the Championship teams, Blackburn finishing 17th above some Premier League teams, and so did Sheffield United and Bristol City, with Wolves down in 24th place. But in the second season, was there any big shock? Middlesbrough up in 15th. I think over time they would get a little bit more muddled up. I think the top 6 will probably remain the same, but the actual, like the real life Premier League teams and Championship teams would probably mix up a little bit, and we might even see, a League 1 or League 2 team getting promoted, because I assume the TV money would be much better for these teams towards the bottom. The prize money is, I'll show you that in a second, but the prize money is split a little bit. I don't think the bottom teams get any prize money, but TV money, I presume, I would hope, would be split. I don't know if this database has been made that way, but I can always, if you want a part 2, then I can holiday quite far into the future and just see what happens. But most of those National League teams have been relegated straight away. So I don't know how long it would take for them to sort of manage, for one of them to try and establish themselves at this level. Going up, the teams that got relegated last year, they've gone back up. So there's no real shock. Leyton Orient going up, it's not a massive shock though. And in the third and final season that I've holidayed so far, Man City champions for the second season in a row. Lots more defeats this time around though, with Man United, Arsenal, Spurs, Liverpool and Chelsea the top 6. Bournemouth once again, have they finished 7th every single time? No. Everton 7th, then Bournemouth again. Wolves have recovered, they're up in 8th place. That's just so many points, it's brilliant. I love this. I love these databases. They're a little bit different, quite fun. Send them in to me, guys. I want to make experiments on fun databases. If you've made one, or if you know of one, let me know. And of course you can download it yourself and have a play. So what happened in the National League then? So these were the teams promoted. Billericay going straight back up again. Oh, I'm looking up this. I'm an idiot. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Here we go. Stevenage promoted with AFC Fylde, Ebbsfleet, Port Vale, Macclesfield, Bournemouth, Salford, Dover, Maidstone and Hartlepool. Who finished bottom? 42 points Altrincham. Where's my boys Chelmsford City? Where are they? Up in 29th place, not too bad. So I don't think any of the awards are working, unfortunately. So there's ways you could improve this database if anyone wants to play around and improve this. Because we can't see any of the... Is Team of the Week a thing? Team of the Week is a thing. So that's good. That's work. We can't see the previous... We can see the most recent week. Likewise, the Top Goal Scorer award isn't working, so we can't see who's Top Goal Scorer, which is a shame. But let's look at the champions, most recent champions, Man City. Who made the most appearances? Why is there no one appearing? What's happened here? What has happened? Right, this is... I get it. Because we're in the new season, aren't we? So this is how many games overlap with the new season. So the new season's starting in 3 days' time, but they have to wait for the old season to be finished. Playing every 2 days for the last few games of the season, as you can see there. So there is prize money, but it seems like anything below 43rd place, you don't get any prize money. So the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. But surely the TV money's a bit better. Prize money. Oh, so they get prize money per win, per draw, per defeat. So even if a team loses a game, they get 26k, which is a lot of money for some of the traditional League 2 teams, I'd imagine. The season is meant to run from the 1st of July to the 11th of June, but it overlaps by about a month because of all the extra games that they have to play. Because I guess certain teams having to play in the Champions League, etc. These are all the stadiums. West Ham have the second biggest stadium now, capacity-wise. But there's going to be some small stadiums in here, aren't there? That's 2,366 for Macclesfield. Imagine trying to get an away ticket for that game. I wonder if there's been any interesting... There's not actually been that many manager movements. Like 2 managers what? Why is there hardly any manager movements? The Premier League teams, they're not the real... there's just been nothing. However, Jurgen Klopp is manager of Man City. So I don't know what's happening there, because it's obviously not quite working. What about Man United? Zidane's in charge. So I don't think it's quite shown all the manager movements properly. And Liverpool have Deschamps in charge. Where's Pep Guardiola then? So he's manager of Juventus. Let's have a quick look at the Champions League, see if any English teams have won it. It's not particularly relevant to this. But yeah, 3 English teams in a row. Man United beating Real Madrid in the final, Liverpool beating Atletico Madrid, and Man City beating Man United at West Ham Stadium. Europa League, English dominance. Chelsea against Arsenal, Man United beat Leverkusen, and Spurs beat Liverpool. Wow, there's going to be loads of people saying England are overpowered in the comment section, because that always happens. But if you would like me to make a part 2 to this experiment, please let me know, hit that like button, and I can holiday quite far into the future just to see what happens. Maybe have a look at things in a bit more detail as well, look at certain results. We've obviously seen that the team of the year and all that stuff isn't working, and manager movements, so I can look at things like just, look at who the Crystal Palace manager is, for example. It's Sarri. That is random. Why is he manager of Crystal Palace? Frank Lampard still in charge of Derby. Solskjaer in charge of Doncaster Rovers. Oh, brilliant. Love it. Anyway, thank you for watching this Football Manager 2019 experiment. Until next time, enjoy FM19. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you very soon.